and you and me. No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together.
Welcome to So Happy Together, Show 3, Kirby. My goodness, already. I am Lisette Lammers.
And my name is Kirby Lammers.
And he is Kirby Lammers.
Yeah, live and in person.
Live and in person.
There you go. Kind of. We're so glad that you're with us today. Make it a great week. I know that we're up to a lot of things, a lot of strange things going on with this COVID-19. However, we're going to all get through it together. So you're part of our relationship. And what I want you to do is always contact us. I want to really hear from you. And so it's happy@KirbyLammers.com. Happy@KirbyLammers.com right here at the bottom of the screen.
Yes.
And contact us if you have a topic that you want us to discuss. You want to make any comments about Lisette's makeup, my bald head, whatever it may be. Let's just kind of converse back and forth. So happy@KirbyLammers.com. Would love to hear from you. So I just wanted you to feel welcome to do that. And Lisette, I understand that you have a scripture you'd like to read.
I just want to start with a scripture like we always do, and we end with one because of the COVID, and we are, in this situation right now that's it's tough on everybody. We're all trying to figure it out, but you've got to remember in Isaiah, so don't fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God, and I will strengthen you and help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous hand.
Oh, wow.
That just makes me feel better knowing that the Lord is just with us. So we need not to fear because God is with us. He has established a relationship with us, and God gives us His assurance and His strength to help us achieve victory over sin and death. And that is what He's done for us on the cross. So, He is the joy of my strength. That's where I get my strength from. And I lean on that, and I think that when we do, we can get through anything together.
Yeah.
Right, Kirby?
We're shooting this show right here before Easter, and it's a shame we can't come together and gather in all of our churches, and we're going to watch Easter on the internet.
On the internet, like everybody.
So I pray that your kids can still hunt the Easter
eggs
and all,
do all their Easter.
But let's all remember the reason for the resurrection of Jesus for Easter. And we want to get into the show. Let's get into this show because we have a really cool subject matter, and it's called How to Read Your Loved One.
Oh, that's very important.
Properly
read your loved one.
You can read it the wrong way too. And you might have made that mistake before. But how to properly read. And there's a person that I followed and studied. His name is Carl Jung.
Right.
And he is a psychotherapist, Swiss psychiatrist, and psychoanalyst. And so Carl Jung developed these energies. There's 4 energies, and it is the red energy, the yellow energy, a green energy, and a blue energy. And guess what? We all possess all 4 energies.
That's right.
However, you can be a lot more red than yellow, and less green, and hardly any blue. And that tells the other people around you how you see the world, not like a personality test.
No.
It's how do you see the world? And when we communicate and you understand how Lisette sees the world different than I see the world, you think that might be some difference right there?
Oh, absolutely.
How come? A little different conditioning?
Different conditioning, the way you're brought up, your values, just how you look at life in general, your expectations.
Right.
There's so much that 2 people bring into a relationship. We talked about that on our first show. And it's true but what I like about you, Kirby, is that your energies they're pretty equal, which is amazing. So you can go in and out of your energies and you can talk to anybody. I've seen you do it. And you're amazing. You can like read somebody just like that.
Yeah, my friend Dick Harris that has a program called the ICS Connect, where you take an assessment to see how all these energies are. Mm-hmm. And he said, I've watched you use all 4 energies within 30 seconds. So you and your red energy. Now let's discuss what these red energies are. So we're going to have some fun with this. So just stay with us here.
Stay with us. It's a little different thinking, but it's fun.
And then I want you to utilize what you've learned today. If you don't use it, you
lose it.
You lose it. We don't want to lose anything.
No, we don't want to lose it.
We want you to gain everything from this show. But let's do what I call the elevator scenario.
All right.
You ready to go on this one?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Let's do it. So they understand what each color looks like.
So we're going to start out with the red energy. All right. The red energy walks in front of the elevator, pushes the button, gets on the elevator, stands right next to all the buttons. They're going to look down and they're going to hit the close button.
Right.
And they're going to stand right there. And when that elevator has reached their floor, they're out of there. They're off the elevator. They're gone.
They're gone.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And so the red energy is more like the leader, the CEO, the person that is so focused, they don't have time to think about anything else. And in fact, when you're speaking with the red energy, you've got to give the short story. Do not give the long story. That will drive them crazy. So if you're in a relationship with a red person, understand that I've got to condense. They don't have much patience. I've got to get to the point, and then that's it. And so they're just too focused. They have too much going on in their mind. They're multitasking. There's just a ton of things going on. So that is pretty much kind of how you would describe a red energy, and we're going to get into this a little bit more. What's the next energy?
The next energy is what I am.
Yeah, the yellow energy.
I'm the yellow energy.
By the way, I'm a little bit more red energy than any of the others, but it's pretty even when you look at it.
My percentage is almost all yellow. When you did the ICS Connect test,
off the chart.
I'm off the chart. And those people are creative. Kirby calls it scattered energy because I'm all over the place. I'll get in the elevator and I want to be in the middle of the elevator.
First of all, tell them how you push the elevator button.
Oh, I want to push all of them.
Yeah, I know. When you walk into the elevator, you come out in the hall and you push the elevator to just open up.
Open up.
How do you do that?
You push the button.
Yeah, no. Let me tell you what the yellow energy really does.
What am I doing?
Because she lives it every day. You walk up and it's like,
oh yes.
It's with style.
That's right. Excuse me.
With style.
With style.
All right.
I push it with style, and then I want to redecorate it. It's like, should they put mirrors in this elevator? What about some different flooring? What else can I do? I was like, I think we should change this and that, because the creative juices are flowing. And how many times have I gotten off at the wrong floor because I'm not paying attention? Do you do that? I do that.
They don't even acknowledge pushing a button.
My, fragrance and beauty is on the first floor, but my stockroom is on the 3rd floor, and I'll have gone down to the garden level in the credit office and get change or whatever, and I'll hit 3. I go, Lisette, you're not going to the stockroom. You're going back to but automatically she hits 3 because I'm so used to going to that stockroom. But, I do, and I've gotten off at the wrong floor you get on. So,
right.
Yeah.
And where do you normally stand in the elevator?
I stand in the middle.
Oh, of course, in the middle.
Yes.
You want to see everything, anybody going on and off, and look around and look up and
I'm like,
decorate and see what people are wearing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So that is a yellow energy. Now, the yellow energy is also our extrovert, and a red energy is an extrovert.
Extrovert, that's right.
And your green energy and your blue energy
are introverts.
Those are more introverts. So there's the extroverts and us.
Yes, we're definitely extroverted.
Right.
In case y'all couldn't tell.
Until I want to be shy, that I could go into that energy and be an introvert.
Kirby's shy.
So anyway, the green energy would be next. Now, green energy, they're going to walk up to the elevator and they're going to push the button, but kind of softly. They are also going to stand closest to the buttons.
Okay.
With the green energy, it's not about me, it's about everyone else.
That's right. They put everybody first, don't they?
Yellow energy, by the way, is me, 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 me. Don't you like the way I look? Or how about this? Well, this is how I do it. And but the green energy is the total opposite. It's not like that. It's about everyone else. Let's not ever discuss me. And so what they do is they stand next to the buttons, and they're the first ones to go, "What floor, please?"
Yes,
and they want to
thinking about
push the
everybody
button.
else. Mm-hmm.
And then and plus they're holding the door as you get on.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get off, oh, by the way, you're on the 3rd floor here, and have a great day. And then they're holding the elevator open again, okay? And then they're looking at everybody else, and you got everybody else out, you know, it's okay. All right, then here we go to the next floor. Mm-hmm. And so they're going to make it everyone else, but they're introverted. Also, these people have a little bit trouble making a decision. Mm-hmm. So you almost have to make their decision for them. Mm-hmm. They can be a little bit shy, a little bit reserved, but extremely nice. They go out of their way to be extra nice to people, and that's how they want people to like them, is by what they give. Very giving people.
Very giving people. But in my defense, I am green after my yellow.
Right. So I've seen you go back and forth because you are very giving.
I'm very giving, and I know it's not always about me, but I am very thoughtful and caring, and I know you didn't mean it like that, but anyway. So but yellow and green are my top 2.
Right.
Okay, so then now you want me to explain.
Blue energy.
Blue energy.
Dun.
Okay. So a blue energy is going to get into the elevator, and they're going to go to the back of the elevator. Mm-hmm. They don't want to talk to anybody. They're analyzing everything. They're analyzing the capacity they're weighing all the people in the elevator, and if they go over and exceed that capacity, they're out of there. They're always analyzing. They're always thinking, and they don't really want to, they just want to get on and get off. They want to either hit the button themselves or and then hit it and then get back, or might let the green person, hit the button for them. But they're like, no. So those are your architects and your accountants, people that work in cubicles, because they're not very, all they do is want to analyze. They want the most information they can get, even above and beyond that. They're always seeking to analyze and get all the information. And that's your blue, your accountants, your architects, those kind of people. Engineers.
People that are comfortable hiding in plain sight.
I know. And so me being yellow and working at Neiman Marcus, and when those blue energies come in, because they want to try on every single perfume in the department. And that's fine. That's my job, and people are shopping, and I get that. But they'll be there for a long time. So I have to put on my blue energy and my patience and smile and be nice, of course. But I want to help them, but I just know that that's who they are, and that's okay. And I say, okay, I have a blue energy with me today. How am I going to have a successful sale, take excellent care of this client while there are blue energies? And that's what we do.
So that's how people come together. You just said it, Lisette, that whenever that you want to communicate and you identify that person as a blue energy, you've got to get yourself into that energy.
That's right.
I can get there quickly. It takes you probably a little bit longer.
A little bit longer, but you're so good at all this, Kirby.
So you get into that energy. When you match a person's energy, then you have chemistry. Have you ever talked to somebody, it just wasn't working? There was no chemistry. They were so hard to talk. It's like awkward. And it was just difficult. It's because your energies were clashing. And so when you understand that they are a blue and I've got to get in my blue, or they're a red, I got to get in my red. And this is how I read you so easily, because I understand, well, her yellow energy is her first preferred energy.
That is my preferred energy.
And then she get into green easier next.
Right, next. And then my blue is smaller. And then
you're red. And then
my red is very tiny.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
red,
right.
Yes.
That's right.
Dude, you should know. He's teasing me. He wants to know if I know it. I know you.
See, she's reading me right now.
I'm reading your energy right now.
I'm always teasing her, and I'll play a role like I know nothing about something, and I'll let her tell all
about it. No, but my red is very tiny.
And that can be dangerous, because when somebody has that real tiny energy, and they hate to go to it. They're just not comfortable going there. But when they go there, and especially if they're the smallest in that red energy, then it's like an explosion.
Yeah.
They have just had enough.
You
backed them in the corner,
often,
and they're going to come out swinging.
Yeah.
And so she very seldom goes there, but she possesses the energy at the same time.
And it's the smallest
You stay
percentage.
in your yellow-green. However, Lisette is a planner.
Yes, I am a planner.
She loves to plan. I'm thinking about taking vacation. Oh, well, let me sit down, and then we can do this and do this, and we're that, and we need to make reservations, and we need to do this, and we need to make hotel.
I do like to plan parties.
Oh, she just eats that up. And so sometimes I've watched her go into her blue energy because she needs to analyze this. Okay, are we doing this in the right order and doing this? And so she goes into the blue, and then she'll get into her yellow energy and go, oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah. We'll just play it by ear. What do you think?
Let's see what happens.
So that's a little bit how to properly read another person. And we talked about going into another scenario and doing a role play.
Okay, let's do a role play, Kirby.
What would you like to role play?
What are we going to role play today?
We can do anything that you want.
Oh, you're going to, I know, do the restaurant scenario.
All right, here's the restaurant scenario.
Oh my goodness.
This is walking funny. In a restaurant with a yellow energy. Now, Lisette has this face that when she goes there, she'll be happy, and also, So we call that the pooty look,
the
okay?
Pooty face.
The pooty face.
He doesn't like my pooty face.
I don't know anybody that ever has liked it.
Nobody. None of my ex-husbands either.
Okay. So anyway, we're going to walk into a restaurant, and she's all excited, and we don't go out to eat hardly ever. We eat very healthy. But when we do go out to eat, it needs to be a really nice place, high quality. We're ready to go. The issue is that when we walk into a restaurant, the hostess doesn't know that there's only maybe 1, 2, or 3 places in the entire restaurant that you can sit Lisette. That's it. So here we are, and we walk into the restaurant, and she's all happy, and she says hi to the hostess and asks her what her name is, and oh, that's so pretty what you're wearing, and all that, So she grabs the menus. All right, follow me, please. And so we follow, and Lisette, go right ahead. Well, then I'll watch her. And so if she's going to seat us anywhere close to the hostess stand or close to the door, that's the pooty look. I mean, like. And then she keeps walking, and now she's happy again, and she's smiling. Okay, now she's going to sit us under a fan.
No,
you can't sit her underneath a fan.
It makes my food cold. I don't like sitting under a fan.
Going to work, so now she's pooty face again. All right, then she keeps walking. Now she's happy again. And then we walk a little bit further. Oh, it's in an aisleway where everybody's kind of major aisleway. She doesn't like people brushing up against her or anything. Now she's pooty again. All right, then we go and we walk a little bit further. Well, she doesn't like to be sat next to the kitchen. So
I don't like that either.
She can't take the kitchen.
I don't like
and
the
so now here's the pooty look again. And I'm going, boy, how many looks has she had just walking into this restaurant, okay? And then here we go, well, then she's going to sit us over here. Well, that's just too far and too many windows and too many distractions.
Either. I don't like
you can't sit her close to the bathroom. That's the pooty look again.
But Kirby, remember when we went to Austin for that wedding, and we were eating between meals, and she sat us like in the back, like closest to the bathroom, and there was hardly anybody in the whole restaurant. And I'm going, why are you sitting
close to the
here?
kitchen? The worst place you could ever sit her, close to a fan, in the kitchen, in an aisleway, and hardly anybody there. And you gave her the worst seat in the entire restaurant. And that was not good.
No, that wasn't good. Or if they have it too cold in there, I don't like that either.
She usually wears the sweater into the restaurant.
I wear a sweater movie theater.
Fashionable too.
Yes, of course. But yes, he's giving you an accurate example of what.
So when reading my loved one, and knowing that she's in her yellow energy, and say I'm in my red energy and I'm really focused, and since I'm a coach, I make up agendas that I send out to my client, and she walks in and she wants to just start telling me a story. And guess what with Lisette? It's the long story.
Long story, yeah.
Remember, in my red energy, I want the short story.
Right.
I'm focused. I'm trying to type out my agendas and everything, and I'm going to send them to my clients ahead of time. And she's wanting to tell me this story. And I have to be able to read that she is in her yellow energy. However, it's a two-way street. She needs to understand I am focused. I'm working on my agendas for my clients, and I'm in my red energy.
Okay.
And so can you tell when I'm focused?
Yes, I do know.
Do you know when that maybe you shouldn't tell me that long story?
Yes, I do know.
One or two things that can happen. I need to say she's in her yellow energy.
And you'll stop.
And I will stop and go, you know what? I need to rest my eyes from looking at the screen anyway. And so I'll hit save and I'll turn around and face to face. And, okay, so, let's hear your story. I might say, and how long do I need to expect this story to last? Is this the 5-minute version, the 10-minute, the 30-minute version? If it's the 30-minute version, I may say, Lisette, would it be okay if we discuss this and I hear your story right after I finish this one agenda? Would that be okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Or I say I need to rest my eyes and I'll listen to the story.
Thank you.
Now, what are the things that you can do with this red energy when you walk in?
Well, I read that you are focused and that you're just, into doing what you're doing. And I have to look at that and say, well, Lisette, can your story wait? Can you tell him later? Or is this something like very critical and I need to tell you something right now? Or can you wait and respect or, notice that he is in his red energy and I need to just tell you at a different time?
Right. Yeah. So it's a two-way street, and one of us has to make that decision.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes we do come together and we make the decision at the same time. I see you're focused, you're busy, you're in your red energy, and I'm going, thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you in a little bit.
We read each other really well.
Oh, yeah. And it's because of the information that we're sharing with you right now.
That's right. Because it works. It really does work. I mean, I'm in sales, like I was saying about the blue energies, but there are people that are red. Ladies come in, they're like, I need my French Lime Blossom fragrance. I need this, and that's it. You ring them up. You don't try to have conversation. You don't try to engage. That's it. She wants her perfume. She's out. And that's it. That's your red. And then you have people that come in and they want to have full conversations and they're enjoying you, and I'm funny anyway, right?
Oh, yeah.
I try to be very engaging and warm.
I live with Lucy.
Yeah, you do live with Lucy. And, so you just read your clients, you read your people, and you say, hey, what are you doing? What can you do for that client as you're reading them? And it's like you're mirroring them too, because, and understanding what kind of personality they are, and then you relate, like you said. Are you relating to them? Is the chemistry there? Are you getting to that place? Because so in sales, it's very important to be able to read people.
Oh, absolutely. I have a client that I coach, and she's always, she sells over the telephone. And if she can understand what type of energy that she's talking with,
there you go.
Then that communication becomes a lot closer. It's easier to communicate, and the more they like her, and the more that she likes them.
Yeah, that's
so
the
when
secret.
You come together, you've got to connect with a person long enough to what we call a mutual bond of trust.
Ooh, there you go.
A mutual bond of trust. And when you create that mutual bond of trust, now you have a long-lasting relationship, and we can read each other because we connected long enough to understand what these energies are. Now, you have to know what the energies are.
Right.
And that's why we're discussing this and why it's so important. So I just feel like it should be mandatory. Anybody that's getting ready to get married or get into a long-term relationship should go study this and learn more about it so you can communicate with anyone. And when you open up those communication lines, now you really are pulling people in and never pushing those people away.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, what can be difficult sometimes is when a red energy is having to talk with a blue energy.
Oh.
Because guess what? The red energy, they want the short story. It's short, fast, quick.
Right.
The blue energy, they're analytical.
Oh,
That's the person that's going to ask questions over and over and over. And when you think that they're through asking, there's no more questions to be asked.
They're going to ask.
It's done. They're going to find more questions. And they will take and they will just, compile all this information. Well, I need more information. Sometimes it's just information overload, and they'll go past it. And sometimes they won't make a decision. They can make a decision, but they're going to make sure they research everything to death for sure.
So how does the blue talk to the red, Kirby?
So the blue energy, say they're leader within an organization, or even a relationship of a loved one.
All right.
And you walk up to that red energy. First of all, blue energy, they should have a strategic plan how they're going to talk to that person.
Because they've already analyzed that.
Now, a lot of times they don't think about having a strategic plan of how they're going to communicate. It's about this project, or we're going to redecorate the house, and I have drawn this room that we're going to add onto the house. It's an addition, and I've got it all laid out, and I'm going to come and I'm going to present you all this information. And then that loved one is going, that's good, let's just do it. It looks good to me. I don't need to know all this stuff, and I don't want to know all this stuff.
Right.
I don't know how the slab's going to be poured and what porosity and blah. Just don't know.
Well, they really went detailed.
I mean, they go in how many nails are going to be actually in the entire room. We're going to use 4,832 nails. They can get that analytical. So when you walk in a blue energy talking to that red, you need to understand they want the short story. What are the basic facts that they need to know to help be part of this decision process? The red energy needs to understand that they're talking to a blue energy that asks a ton of questions. They need not some of the information, they need all of the information.
Right.
They need to understand that too. And you got to find that sweet spot where you can come together, connect long enough to create the mutual bond of trust.
There you go.
So there is some give and take.
Right.
You don't just let people just be totally 100% all that, because, again, we possess all four energies.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Oh, I know I do, yes.
So when you're going to go buy a car,
I just paid mine off. I don't want to buy another car. I'm almost $100,000.
Let's say we're going to go buy a car.
Okay, I'm teasing.
How would you go about it?
How would I go?
How do you go about buying another car?
I call Sherry's husband.
Yeah.
He works at Toyota.
Okay.
I'm just
Let's say you walk into the dealership.
I love my
Toyota.
Toyota.
You want to look at a car.
Okay.
All right. So what do you say? You walk in and say, I want a
Toyota Camry.
I want a Toyota Camry, and it's got to be this color, and I want these type seats, and I want this engine, and it has to do this, and I have all the. I mean, is it that much with a blue energy, or it's got to be pretty?
Pretty. Oh yes, I wanted that Blizzard Pearl. I already knew I wanted the Blizzard Pearl.
Here we go.
And I wanted the black leather, and that's what I got. He goes, we have one of those left. I remember.
Did you get a care list about what the engine size was? How much, what the fuel mileage was?
Well, I do drive a lot in Houston, but
did you ask the question?
No, he knows me too well. No, but I love my Camry and
So that's the things.
Oh, I see.
All right, and then that blue energy goes, well, they're going to look it up and
they're going to know the mileage.
Oh, they're going into Consumer Reports.
Cubic, whatever that
they're
engine
going to know
size
everything else. They're going to know way more than the salesperson knows.
Oh,
anyway.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And so they're going to do all their studies. They're going to compare. Then they may go to 5 or 6, 7, 8, 10 dealerships. Who knows?
Oh, no.
They're going to shop it till the cows come home. They got to get the deal.
I won't do all that.
And where you want to just go get it in here, just tell me what it's going to pay. Okay.
Okay. Well, I do have my friend Sherry, whose husband is in the Toyota, and he will give me a good deal.
He did.
So, and that's why we.
And then the red energy, going shopping. What we're going to do, we may do a little bit of research, not that much. However, a red energy wants to feel that they are important. It's like I said, confirm our signs. You're important. Well, the red energy even more.
Oh, yeah.
And they want to be recognized as the leader.
They're the leader.
Yeah.
Those are those type A personalities.
So they don't want the salesperson to lead them. They want to lead the salesperson. So if that salesperson knew how to do that, that's going to be a plus for them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Exactly.
So in a red energy, we're going to kind of know what we want. We're going to narrow it down. We're not going to spend a lot of time going to different dealerships and all that stuff. I don't want any games.
No games.
Just walk in, give me
Give
a
me the
fair
best
price.
deal,
I
that's
understand you need to make a profit to stay in business. I'm fine with that. I have to make a profit in my business. It's okay. And let me look. Just don't give me too many choices. Give me 3 or 4 choices, and that's it. And then I'm going to make a decision, because I can make a decision. So yellow energy, they can make a decision, but you got to kind of bring them along.
You're good at that, honey.
Green energy cannot make a decision. You have to make it for them. And then the blue energy, they can make a decision once they feel like they've gotten all the information and then more information. And once they're satisfied that they have done 100% of their due diligence or homework, then they can finally make a decision. So when loved ones come together and you're trying to make a decision together about updating the house, buying a new car, paying off your house and buying a new home. I mean, there's a lot of decisions in relationships.
That's right.
However, if we knew how to properly come together as one and discuss it, what would that be like?
Oh my goodness. Then we know what we're doing on the front side, and we're coming together for that mutual bond of trust, that sweet spot that you said, Kirby.
Right.
And we can accomplish so much more just by understanding the other person.
So can we communicate if we don't connect? We can, but it might be improper communication.
Right, there you go.
And you have to communicate long enough to create the
That
mutual bond of trust.
There you go.
So what if we communicated with people, and each time we created the mutual bond of trust and we both came together? Wouldn't the relationships be so much better? And wouldn't we be building up those relationships instead of tearing them apart?
Yes, and that's what we're all about, building them up.
Right. So I do want to hear from you, happy@kirbylammers.com, bottom of the screen, and let us know what energy you may think you are.
Yeah, tell us. Talk to us.
And maybe with your loved one, what energy they are. And I want you to try communicating in this manner and thinking about this a little bit. Now, I've just given you enough information to be dangerous. A lot of my clients, it takes them about a year to really get it.
Yeah,
and then after about a year, they're going, wow, everybody look at it. Because I challenge people, just go to the mall and be a people watcher and discover what energy each person is. I guarantee you, by the way they walk, I know exactly what energy they are. Just by the way they walk.
Oh my goodness, you
by
are
the
good
expression
at it.
they have on their face, I know exactly who they are. It doesn't take long at all. But just to watch people, see what they wear, how they walk, where they walk, their mannerisms, you can pick up on their energy. Next thing is their eyes. The eyes don't lie.
Eyes don't lie.
So Lisette, when she's in her yellow energy, you know what happens? Those eyes get really
big. Yay!
Excited,
And I'm excited.
Yeah. She gets a big old smile and she just lights up.
But I think I've been around you enough that I'm pretty good at it, Kirby. I mean, I can say, okay, well, she's da-da-da-da-da. And I'm usually pretty right. I'm good at reading people.
But it's fun to people watching.
And figure out, okay, what energy are they like? How are they relating?
Start seeing them. And then what if you're talking to them over the phone? We're going to talk to our loved ones. We talk to each other over the telephone.
Right. That's right.
So I can discover what energy she is in just over the phone conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
How they use, how they do things. So when she's your green energy, she's not going to be as excited. She's got her level of her voice is going to be down just a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more serious, and she's trying to think about the best outcome for all these other people.
That's right.
And what can I do to contribute and make all these people feel better? Because I'm so sad for them. And so she's in her green energy. So now I have to get in my green energy. And
thank you for always adjusting your energies to me, honey.
And then we have that connection, create the mutual bond of trust, and we have a more productive, better, loving conversation.
There we go. And we do. We generally do.
Yeah. So, and then also it can be, like feelings, or you're a feelings type person. When you see, I feel that we need to do this, and I feel we need to do that, then you know that person's going to go to feelings next.
That's right.
Instead of saying feel, what can other people say? You have any idea?
Instead of I feel, I think.
I think. That's exactly right. So what I'm getting at is either you're a thinker or
you're a
feeler.
I'm a feeler.
So sometimes, can you be a red energy and be a feeler? You can.
Yeah.
And you can be a thinker also.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is, as a red energy, I'm known as a thinker. However, my green energy is next, so I am a feeler too.
Right.
However, I do think I'm going, well, how do I choose to think about this? Because sometimes I have to just think about it.
Right.
And when I say I think about it, I really do. A lot of people, that's a put-off.
Right.
Like in sales, well, I'll go think about it. Well, are they really going to go home and just think about that whole thing? No, they're not.
They're not.
You know, and the best time in sales, by the way, is to say, well, what do you have to think about? So anyway, that it's divided up in thinking and feeler. So is that person a thinker or a feeler?
Right.
And so you can play more on the emotions if they are a feeler. If they're a thinker, they need additional information.
That's right, because they're still thinking about it and trying to evaluate, and then they can make a decision.
Right.
But if it's feelings, and say, oh, I understand why you're feeling that way, and you add the empathy, and you add that you care about them. People love that you're thinking about them and you care.
So are you a thinker or a feeler?
I'm definitely a feeler.
Oh yeah.
So,
you are a feeler.
All right, I am a feeler.
And
so, you are both.
So I feel her love. I feel her emotions when she's telling me any long story.
It won't be the short version, I promise.
And
I'm Lebanese and Italian.
I'm just thankful that I have enough, green, energies, and that I can actually have the patience to sit there and listen.
You do. Your patience, I'm telling you, is the best quality.
If I don't, then I will stop everything I'm doing, and I think, well, it's better to just let her know I'm in my red energy, I'm focused right here. Can we have this conversation later? And you always say yes.
Yes.
So,
okay, so
I hope this helps.
Yes.
I
hope so too.
I want you to utilize it. I want you to start trying it, and I want you to start thinking about it.
Let us know.
And it becomes a habit of doing this, by the way. It's going to start out as a routine, a conscious routine. And when you do it long enough, it'll be an unconscious habit. And then you're just going to automatically know how to communicate with anyone.
Anyone. It doesn't matter what business you're in.
No, not business or type of
personal
relationship or whatever it is.
Sales.
I mean,
and it'll save you a lot of grief, really, because of that frustration of, why don't they understand me? And
how many times have we heard people just don't understand?
They just don't understand me. They're not getting it. Well, this is a secret. This is a key to communicate and really, use this to your advantage.
Well, Carl Jung knew if this whole world would understand this, what type of place would we be living in? It'd be a lot more peaceful world. And there wouldn't be all these misunderstandings and these feelings getting hurt.
Because he founded analytical psychology. That's what he did.
So since you're a feelings person, do I want to hurt your feelings or do I want to help your feelings? And
don't hurt my feelings. No.
And I want you to have great feelings, right?
That's right.
Because we don't want Pootie Lisette, right?
No,
we don't want her.
Nobody likes her.
Anyway, you need to see it when she's walking.
Oh yeah, you'll have to see that.
Okay. I want you to wrap up this show.
All righty, we're going to wrap up today with 1 Peter 5:7.
Okay.
Which is cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you.
Oh wow.
Isn't that a good one?
It really is. That's something to think about. And it's probably something for you to feel about, right?
Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate it.
Happy Easter to y'all, the people that are celebrating Easter.
That's right.
Again, we want to hear from you. happy@kirbylammers.com. Communicate with us. We want to hear from you. We love you very much. And stay tuned. We have a lot more fun subjects to come together with you and discuss. And we love you be a part of what we do.
All right.
So as we do in every single show,
mwah.